way back when in your first day of school. Anyone remember what an integer is? Integer. Aiden.
And also an integer is like how do I say it?
It's not a fraction or a decimal. It's a 3 is an integer, 5 is an integer. What's another integer?
Like a even number.
An even number, but also -2 could be. It could be odd as well. It just needs to be a whole number. Anything else to add? Yeah, Ashton.
Opposites?
Opposites. You could have an opposite integer. That was called a inverse or reciprocal, or an inverse number. But an integer doesn't have to be an opposite. Go ahead, Nathan. Go quick. Example 1. We're going to do 3 number lines, then we're going to say goodbye to the number line for your homework tonight. If you have 7 minus 4, who wins, good or bad, whole class?
Bad.
Who wins, good or bad, whole class?
Bad.
Good.
Why does the bad guy win, Henry?
Because 7 is a larger number than 4.
Okay, is 7 a bad guy?
Wait, no, they're both
good guys.
Okay, let's go back to this because that's confusing me. This 7 doesn't have anything next to it. He is good. He's a positive 7. There's no minus sign. This minus sign is also a bad guy. It's 7 minus 4. It's also 7 good guy, 4 bad guy. Same thing. 7 minus 4 is 7 good guy, 4 bad guy. If you have 7 good guys, you're going to put, what type of dot? Sean, sit up. What type of dot do I use for 7 good guys? Jenica? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Board to paper. Make sure you have exactly what I have. Thanks for being there if you already did that. How many bad guys do I have? Is Juliet here?
Who?
Juliet, how many bad guys do I have?
4.
You have 4, and those are filled in circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 7 minus 4. Let's fight. 1. They fight, they die. They fight, they die. They fight, they die. They fight, they die. How many are left over, whole class? 3. Are they good or bad, whole class?
Good.
They're good. The answer is positive 3. I know they're good because they're an open dot. Aiden, I need a hand, though. That's your second. Yeah.
But how do you know that they're a good guy or a bad guy? It's just 7 plus 4.
Yeah, so the trick is to come over here and look at your problem. Because the 7 was a good guy and the 4 is a bad guy, I know that the good guys have to win. The bigger number is a good guy.
How do you know the good guy?
Because they don't have a minus sign next to it on this side. This is a positive 7, not a negative 7. Yeah.
I want to say sometimes you can get the problem mixed around, like 4 minus 7.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes it'll be 4 minus 7, that'll be the opposite. Ashton?
Can I fill the one?
Yeah, you can. Go quick. On to the number line. Start at 0 on the number line, and I'm going to go which direction, Evelyn? If it's a positive 7, which direction do I go? Yeah, we're going to go to the right, and we're going to stop at 7. So slide your line all the way to the right. Then we're going to put a dot. Henry, noise, unprofesh. Then we're going to go from 7 and move 4 to the left. Do I end at 3? Yeah, 7 minus 4 was 3. So I'm going to circle that because that was another way of showing it. Beautiful. Let's go to number 2. I'm going to start with the bad guys and good guys. How many good guys are here, Dublin? There's 3. How many bad guys, Hunter?
5.
There's 5 bad guys. But wait, I thought it was just 3 minus 5. Why is that a bad guy? Henry?
Because 3 is less than 5, right?
The bad guys will win. I think you're like 1 step ahead of me. How do I know that's a bad guy? How do I know that 5, Kinley?
Because the minus sign's right next to the 5.
Yeah, and this is 3 minus 5. It's also 3 good, 5 bad. Let's show bad guys below it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who's gonna win? I don't know. I actually kind of do. As you're doing this and you're using dots more, you should start to be a little more fluent at just looking at this thing and being like, man, the bad guys win, and it's going to be 2. If you're there, that's awesome. When you get to homework, you don't have to show me the dots. If you still need to use dots, that's okay. You'll eventually get to be fluent where dots aren't necessary. The answer is silent hand. What is 3 minus 5? Sean?
-2.
Beautiful. Show that on the number line. Where do I start on my number line every single time, Henry?
0.
Great. Put a dot at 0. Which way do I go, left or right, Aaliyah?
Right.
I go to the right. How many? Aaliyah, keep going.
3.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and we stop. Okay. Next dot. Which way do I go, Tristan? If I want to go negative, do I go right or left? How many, Tristan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I end at -2, whole class?
Yes.
Yep, I got it right. I showed both ways. Number 3. Here's the tricky part, and this is part of our aim. Track the boards. This has 2 minus and then another minus sign. It is as if I'm walking to the store, and at the park, I pass a random dude. And to that dude, I say, hey, random dude, I am not going to the store. I am not going to the store. That means I'm actually going to the store. Now, he might punch me in the face respectfully, because that's an annoying way of talking, but hopefully he wouldn't. And in math, sometimes there's an annoying not sign. That means I am going to the store. Watch what I do. If you see a minus, parentheses, another minus sign, I make a giant plus sign. If you see a minus, a not, watch what I do. I'm going to zoom in. You make a plus. Do you see how I did that? If it's a minus, I'm going to make a plus. Nod at me if you see that. Not means a plus. I can then rewrite it as 2 plus 5. And in this case, are we fighting? No, we're banding together. We have 2 good and 5 good. Draw your dots. There's 2. They meet up with 5 good. They're like, hey, let's band together. 2 good guys and 5 good guys make how many good guys, whole class? 7. Circle 7. That is your answer. Let's try one more. I have a 5 minus -4. What do I do with the double negative sign if it's squished together? What was my rule, Sean?
You
Make a giant plus sign. You're going to draw a line that connects them. It makes a giant plus. It's kind of magical. That is now 5 plus 4. Are these good guys or are they bad guys, Aiden?
Oh, good.
They're good. And do they band together or fight, Judah?
band
Great. What is 5 plus 4, whole class? 9. Beautiful. So we used number line for 3 problems. Then I went away from it and we just did the dots. What is kind of tricky about 76 minus 102? Why is that hard to put on a number line? Jenica.
because they're not gonna fit.
It won't fit, or it could, but then my arm will fall off and I'll run out of the room screaming. It's just a big number. I also can't really make dots because that's a ton of dots. Instead of making dots and going on a number line, Jersey is here. I'm sorry, Jersey. Did I say you were absent? Okay, in my head I thought it. Instead of doing that, row 3 on task, I'm going to look at these numbers and think in my head, well, which one's going to win, good or bad? Whole class, which one wins?
Bad.
Bad. This guy's way bigger. And he fights with 76. So really what's happening is 102 minus 76. This is really what's happening. When they fight on the battlefield, we take away 76. Let's see if we can do that on your paper. If you can do that on your own, go ahead and do that problem. If you need help, look at the boards. I'm trying 2 minus 6. I can't do it. So I take away and borrow from the 1. I'm going to borrow a 10's place. I still can't do 2 minus 6. I borrow from that 10. I put a 9. Borrow that 10 to the 1, and now I can do 12 minus 6. 12 minus 6 is 6. 9 minus 7 is 2. 0 minus nothing over here is nothing. What's my blunder? I just said the answer is 26. I circled it on my test. I'm like, sweet, I just did that correctly. That was a hard subtraction problem. What did I do wrong, Jersey? I forgot the minus, the negative sign. Remember back when we thought about the problem? We're like, bad guys win, for sure. 102, way bigger. Don't forget to carry that to your answer. We have to make it a negative. Circle it and move on. Here's your last bit of notes. I'm going to do one more example you'll see on your homework. What am I doing on time? I'm doing excellent. Good job, Mr. McAtee. No problem. You're welcome, Mr. McAtee. Subtract a negative number is equivalent to adding a positive. Subtracting a negative number is the same as not doing something. It's the same as adding a positive. If I'm not eating a donut, you betcha I'm eating a donut. I might even not eat 12 donuts. Looks weird, but it's actually just what we did. Hand down, unless it's a question about the other thing. Okay, I'm gonna pause that question. So this says, which number line model represents the sum of 2 plus negative 5? We've done number lines for 2 straight days now, maybe 3, but we've never had one just done for us. Here's what we're going to do. When we get this first option, we're going to see if it makes sense. Did they start at 0? Silent yes or silent no. Did they start at 0? Yeah, they did. So far, so good. Did they go to 2 first? So far, so good. They stopped at 2. Did they then go back 5? And the answer was negative 3. I'm going to put a check next to that. I think it's pretty good, but let's check all of them. Did they start at 0 for B? No, this one is way wrong. Cross it out. It can't be B. For C, did they start at 0?
Yeah.
But why is this one wrong?
It goes like
Devlin.
Because the small arrow should be at the end of the other one.
They flipped the numbers on me? Or what'd they do? Oh, they need the arrow over here. This guy needs to be just over at that section. So they started both at 0. I can see how they could get confused by that. Cross it out. The answer has to be A.